Yeah, we start with breaking news in Huntsville, Texas, where a man is scheduled to be put to death just after 5 p.m. But new developments in the past hour could put that on hold. In 2003, Robert Robertson was convicted of killing his 2-year-old daughter. Doctors at the time said she suffered a serious brain injury due to being forcefully shaken. But that medical concept has come under scrutiny, with some researchers calling it faulty science. Robertson would become the first person in the country to be put to death based on shaken baby syndrome. But a bipartisan group of state lawmakers have been working to spare his life, and a court ruling just came down this afternoon. Kevin Reese has been following this story all week and brings us up to speed on what just happened to pause the execution.
Well, a couple of court rulings, actually. In the last few minutes, we received this. This is a ruling from the U.S. Supreme Court. They have denied a stay of execution for Robert Robertson. And for the last hour, we've been listening to an emergency hearing in Austin. Lawmakers, in what they admit is another Hail Mary of sorts, trying to get Robert Robertson more time. And a district court judge there did grant them their request. That doesn't solve all this, but they did grant that. State reps, including Jeff Leach of Collin County, on behalf of the Committee on Criminal Jurisprudence, issued a subpoena to have Robertson testify before them next week. That would be next Monday, to be exact. This would delay the execution if determined legitimate by the Texas Attorney General's office. In the hearing, their representative suggested that the TRO would be lawful and legitimate, but they are expected to appeal immediately. As a matter of fact, they are in the process of filing that appeal right now. But as it stands right now, TDCJ has not called off the scheduled execution. It is still scheduled for 6 p.m. in Huntsville, just an hour from now. We are waiting to see if this last-minute effort, supported by that bipartisan group of lawmakers you mentioned, will stop Robertson from becoming the 6th inmate executed in Texas this year and the first ever in the country executed on the basis of a case of shaken baby syndrome, one that this group of lawmakers say should be reviewed on the basis of the state's junk science law.
This is supposed to grant relief for people and for people to be able to get a new trial. We don't want innocent people in prison, and we certainly do not want innocent people executed in Texas.
And again, to remind you, Governor Abbott could issue a 30-day delay if he so chooses, but he has been silent on this matter so far. And again, they have taken this all the way to the U.S. Supreme Court. They have denied a stay of execution in this case. And we do have crews in Huntsville right now at the Walls unit where the death chamber is. They'll have reports for us at 6. But as of right now, the execution is still scheduled for 6 o'clock. Chris?
Yeah, a lot to process there. Thank you, Kevin, for putting all that in context.
Sure.
And according to the Texas Department of Criminal Justice, this would be the 6th execution this year and the 3rd in the past 30 days.